There we go. We're live. Yep. Looking like we are indeed live. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello. I gotta turn this microphone a little bit. Hello. Yeah, this is a little bit of an outlier as far as what I normally do. Oh yeah, I should probably turn on the music, shouldn't I? There we go. We'll put some Good Kid on in the background. Because Good Kid is amazing, and it's awesome that they don't do any copyright bullshit, so I can actually have some good fucking music in my background. Anyway. Yeah, hi. I don't know. I was feeling indecisive today as far as like actually streaming a game, and that's part of why, along with the email I got earlier today, that was part of why I said on all my socials and stuff that I probably wasn't going to be streaming today, and I was going to be streaming like every other day this week, right? But it's almost 9:00 p.m. for me, and I'm just like, why not? I feel like I want to stream, you know? I have that little itch to do something, right? But I don't know what. So fuck it. Just chatting. We're doing a just chatting stream. I don't care if it takes a while for someone to show up. I don't care if nobody shows up. We're doing a just chatting stream for who knows how long. Who knows? Maybe this will just be like a podcast thing that I upload later onto YouTube. Well, actually, it's going to get saved as a VOD on YouTube anyway. Oh well. I am still working on the next review video, by the way. I am still doing that. I finished recording the audio. For the next review video. So I have to, what am I thinking? Brain. I have to, edit. That's what I'm thinking. That was the word. The editing phase begins now. Also, I should make my announcements. Tell people that I am actually streaming. In a way, this is kind of like the Duck stream, but not really. It's a lot more, I don't know, I guess you could say casual? As if the Duck stream isn't already casual. The Duck stream has a gimmick. This is just an impromptu thing. I don't know. Alright. Let's see. Does this? I forget. This place has a thing, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And then I have to announce on Twitter. Let me turn up the volume a little bit so you can hear the Good Kid better. I'm so glad I went to the Good Kid concert. Good Kid is such a good band. I love it. Okay, I'm doing a just chatting stream right now. So come hang out with me. So, but yeah. I didn't really have much updates as far as yesterday was concerned because I hadn't gotten the reply yet. Basically, what's going on is that I am going to, obviously, I'm going to PAX West, and PAX West is at the beginning of September, Labor Day weekend, right? And in fact, it's all in September this time. It's not like end of August, beginning of September kind of thing. It's all in the first days of September. So hopefully the temperatures might be better. Hopefully. God, I hope. Like, even when this month began, I was already prepared for it to be over. Because, God, I hate this temperature. I hate the summer temperature so much. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm going to PAX, obviously, but what was it? I'm trying, remembering names and things. I am at least attempting to volunteer for a group called Landfest, who has a few chapters across the country. And Landfest will show up at conventions sometimes, like PAX, like MagFest, stuff like that, and have these streaming zones where, content creators, streamers, etc. will come and stream games or whatever for charity. And they apparently needed volunteers to help, set up, break down, maintain things, get that kind of stuff covered. So I figured, why not? I haven't really gotten the chance to, aside from when I was like 16 or 17, I haven't really gotten the chance to go to a convention from the perspective of a volunteer or an exhibitor or something before. And even then, the time that I did get to do it, when I was like 16 or 17, that was mainly because, that was mainly just the fact that I had family friends who own a comic book shop who set up a booth in a convention and basically let us get in on exhibitor passes under the pretense that we were helping them with stuff, right? Which we helped, but we weren't like official volunteers necessarily. We were friends who happened to be who happened to be coming by. So you're like, hey, you won't have to pay for the badges. This is the first time that I've volunteered on my own in a more official capacity, So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Assuming the little not phone call, it's Google Meet. Assuming that little online interview thing goes over well and, they find a good place for me and a good shift for me. So, yeah. It should be fun. It should be fun. I'm excited. It's a new thing, And I did check out, there are a few interesting events going on at PAX that, Sorry about that. There are a few things that are at PAX that I'll be interested in seeing. Like, there's some trivia stuff going on. Karlach's voice actor from Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be there, who I didn't even know is also the voice actress for Thomasina, the main character from The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, which, for any of you long-term fans know, I reviewed because it's a Wadjet point-and-click adventure game. And me and point-and-click adventure games, I fucking love them. And Wadjet Eye is called... I've called out Wadjet Eye a few times. Wadjet Eye has called me out a few times because I love it. I love that genre. Yeah, I should probably do another point-and-click review at some point. I need to find another one. Oh well, I'll put that idea on the back burner. But yeah, there's a few cool things there that I think I want to go take a look at, you know. So yeah, I mean, whether or not I have to pay for my badge or I get in on a volunteer badge, I'll be going, and I'll be going to Rose City Comic Con as well. Do the same double feature that I did last year. I still have to check the guest list for Rose City Comic Con though. I've been told it's quite stacked this year, which is pretty crazy to think about. Granted, I mean, last year, frickin' Billy Piper and Christopher Eccleston were there. That was pretty crazy. That was pretty fucking crazy. I think that was also the year I got my signed copy of what's it? I'm forgetting her name right now. Shit. Agretzko's English voice actress. Agretzko, I'm turning my head sometimes over to look at the thing, but I'm forgetting her name right now. But either way, that's where I got that signed, you know, a few other things. Apparently this year Caitlin Glass is going to show up. And Caitlin Glass, I actually got an autographed thing from Caitlin Glass a long time ago. Back in, oh god, how long was it? It was at a Dragon Con, so it was anywhere from 2012 to 2014. That in the Hall of Fame, which is where the Hall of Fame was basically the autographing hall area. It was the designated area where there were celebrity booths for autographs and photo ops and things, right? So in there, I saw Caitlin Glass, and she's the voice actress for, you know, many characters. But the one that I recognized at the time was Winry Rockbell from Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah, she. So the autograph was. Well, it's a picture of her. So every autograph type that she had was the same picture of her, but that she would then autograph, of course. And in the bottom right corner, is it? No, bottom left corner. In the bottom left corner is a little PNG of whatever character she voiced. You know, so you can get the Winry one, or you can get another one, this or that, right? Because she's voiced a ton of characters. A ton of characters. You know? So, yeah. Oh, boy. But yeah, that's all exciting. This is, It, in a way, you could say it's my, oh shit, why the fuck? Screen. What the hell? Is that just my screen, or is that actually on the stream? I don't know. Okay. My screen flashed, like, white for a second. I don't know, maybe my monitor's getting old or something? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna check Specky. What's my temperature? No, temps are fine. My CPU's been kind of shaky as far as temps go, but it's been able to run everything just fine. But at the same time, I know, like, CPU is top of my priority list as far as PC parts are concerned. I really need to upgrade this damn thing. It's getting old, it's getting long in the tooth. I've been using it for a long ass time. I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade to, like, I don't know, a 5th generation card or something. I'm currently on a Ryzen 7 3700X. I need to upgrade gens. That one's getting We're back. I think we're back. What the hell? Ah, damn. Computer freaked out for a moment and it just like reset the microphone. God damn. Okay, hold on. Check. Okay, sounds like we're good. Sorry, I had to mute the desktop audio for a moment there to check myself because I didn't want to, like, you know, double up on the sounds. That might get a little annoying. Anyway. Oh god, did it reset my Discord too? Discord, voice and video. Nope. Okay, Discord's good. Discord is okay. We're in the clear. Ha. Okay. So, oh god. So apparently, what I'm just looking through, I just glance at Twitter, which is a mistake. And it would turn out that the Senate voted on the COSA bill, and the Senate voted on the COSA bill, and they fucking passed it. Which, granted, politically, that's not the surprise, since apparently this version of the COSA bill is the one that the Senate specifically has been trying to push for a lot because of people like Marsha Blackburn constantly trying to shove it down everyone's throats. I guess our hope now is that the fighting with all of the fighting with the House of Representatives next month will force the bill to, will kill the bill again. Right? Because the current COSA bill has the duty of care clause in it. And it's basically the idea that websites, online services, social media platforms, etc. have a duty of care, basically a specific responsibility on themselves to that they are responsible for all of the stuff that happens on their platforms, on their websites and services. So if someone does something illegal, for instance, on there, or something reaches a person that it shouldn't, like the pretense that they use for this shit is always children. Because that way, if you oppose it, they're like, oh, so you don't want to keep our children safe, huh? Right? It's bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. I'm gonna get angry. I'm gonna get angry the more I talk about this. But this idea being that, like, they need to, it is their responsibility to ensure that, minors aren't exposed to explicit material, that illegal things don't happen on their platform ever at all. And so the act is essentially forcing them to take responsibility for everything and everyone on their platforms. And the only way you can do that, to ensure that everybody is following the rules and not, dodging them in some way, is by identifying everybody and tracking what they do at all times. right? This is just one big roundabout way of creating digital identification. Permanent digital identification for everybody on the internet. It's just as bad as the Screen Act. It really is. It's just as fucking horrible. The only difference is that it's being spearheaded by a moralizer from fucking Tennessee instead of a moralizer from Utah. And also, I also want to say, I've said this on Twitter. I said this on Twitter when the Senate Commerce stuff was happening. Maria Cantwell can go fuck herself with a 10-foot fucking pole. I call her out specifically because I'm a Washington resident. I live here. So technically, she's a Washington senator. Right? She's one of our senators. She on the national stage in the United States, legally, she is one of the people representing me, as well as as well as every other Washingtonian, right? Legally, she's representing me. She put that shit out there. She's supporting this shit. She sat there in the Senate Commerce Committee right next to Ted fucking Cruz, promoting all this shit and talking about how good of an idea it is. She's a Democrat, by the way. I don't know how someone like her, an established Democrat from Washington State, can sit next to Ted fucking Cruz and not realize that something's wrong here with what she's doing. It's fucking insane. And I know I don't normally like to talk about politics stuff on my channel. It's just that this is stuff that directly affects me. And everyone, of course, because the internet is an integral part of, it's an integrated part of day-to-day life for basically everyone at this point. Obviously, there's people who live off the grid and shit, but for the vast majority of society, this is an inescapable part of life. So whatever happens to it is going to affect everyone. Functionally everyone. Right? And it especially affects someone like me, who does streams and makes reviews and, does stuff on the internet aside from just, browsing and things like that. I do a lot online. I do a fucking lot, right? Technically speaking, I'm a public figure, even though I'm not necessarily public. My full identity is mostly private. Stuff like that. But it's, oh my god. The idea essentially just being that my life here, being able to do this, is going to be significantly harder, if not fucking impossible, if bills like this pass. Because they're going to require that I submit all of my fucking identification to these moralizing shitheels, under the assumption that I'm some sort of criminal before anything has even happened. Simply because somewhere, somewhen, vaguely, maybe, possibly, at some point, a kid is going to see boobies on the internet. That's what it is. That's what it is, because at some point, children are, a kid, a teenager, preteen, whoever, is going to go to Google and search up the words naked boobies, and that needs to be stopped, according to these people, under any and all circumstances. They want to cease this shit. It doesn't matter how much of the internet infrastructure they need to burn down to the fucking ground to essentially secure their child away from the scary outside world, at least according to them. Because, only some of these people even have kids to begin with. And they apparently think they somehow know better than the actual parents on how to do things. And that's the other part, that the parents that are in support of this stuff that really infuriate me. Because it's like, what, so you're willing to give up not only your own rights to privacy, and essentially free speech, but also everyone else's rights for the sake of you not parenting your kid. It's like, we have parental controls, right? You can activate parental controls on every device you give your child to prevent them from accessing things you don't want them to access, from contacting people you don't want them to contact. Hell, you can go to your fucking router and block websites on your Wi-Fi network. You can straight up block certain websites from being accessible on your internet. And these are things that are deliberately extremely difficult for a kid to get around, right? If a kid manages to get around them, they have a future in technology. Because clearly they have the curiosity to be someone who will, be able to wrap their head around coding and shit. That's how a lot of programmers were created back in the day. Was getting around shit. But it's like, you're so late. You are so fucking lazy. You really don't want to be a parent. You really don't genuinely want to be a parent so badly that you're willing to force everyone else to give up their fucking rights to do as they please as consenting adults online. Because for your own sake. Selfish pricks. Frankly. Like that. I know it's very crude language, but it's the only thing it's all I can really think of. Selfish pricks. Selfish pricks who don't actually care about being a parent, aside from being able to hold up their child as a fucking trophy. If you actually cared for the well-being of your goddamn child, you would do the parenting yourself and not force the government to do it for you. Like I said, it was gonna make me angry. It was gonna make me angry. So, yeah, here I am. Here I am, made angry, and praying to God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, that the House is still pissy enough over this, rightfully, I should say, pissy enough over the duty of care clause in the Senate version of the KOSA bill to cancel this out, to kill it before it can reach the president's desk and get signed into law. And even then, if it does get signed into law, how the fuck do you think it's going to get enforced? This shit's going to get challenged. This shit's got to get challenged in court immediately, right? Like, this shit absolutely has to violate the First Amendment. It absolutely has to violate the First Amendment and the Fourth Amendment, at least, because it is essentially, so it's violating the First Amendment by forcing people, well, it's violating the First and Fourth Amendments pretty much at the same time. Because it's basically saying that if you want to access the internet in its full capacity, if you want to access online services and social media in its full capacity, then by default, you have to give up your personal information. You have to give up your privacy to the government. By default, you have to give up your privacy via your personal information to the government if you want to access the internet. So it is not only violating your Fourth Amendment by, you know, having the government find a way to basically force you to give them information about you and allow them to essentially search through your life as they damn well please by demanding your info, which would, as far as I'm concerned, would count as an unreasonable search and seizure, right? But then it's simultaneously violating the First Amendment essentially saying that you have to give up your information, that there is a caveat of something you have to do first before you're allowed to speak freely on the internet. Before you're allowed to fully speak freely, post what you want and say what you want online of your own accord, there is something you have to do first. You have to get approval from the government first. And to get approval from the government, you have to give up your information. The government has no right to just outright obstruct your speech like that. That's the entire point of the First Amendment, of the First Amendment of free speech. It is not a right granted to you by the government to speak. It is a recognition of your inherent right to speak, and it is a restriction upon the government, telling it that it is not allowed to restrain people's ability to speak. And forcing digital identification onto the internet, making websites block you, block your capabilities to interact with it to its fullest extent unless you give up that information. That's absolute, and part of that extent is being able to post onto said websites and therefore say what you please is inherently a restraint. That's the government becoming the gatekeeper of your speech. It's god awful. So it's like, even if this does pass, how does this not get challenged in court? Oh, I know, because some judges out there are dumbasses. Like the judge in Texas. Like that fucking judge in Texas who decided to block an entire website from the world by telling VeriSign to shut down the domain entirely, to lock the domain from the entire planet because of a lawsuit in Texas, which should not be possible. Because one, VeriSign, the company that actually leases out the domain, is based in Virginia. And secondly, a Texas judge's jurisdiction should only exist within Texas. The ruling of a Texas judge should not have jurisdiction up here in Washington, let alone in another country. So, yeah, I don't know how the fuck that's going down. People are really getting greedier and greedier by the goddamn day, aren't they? Holy shit. It's just so stupid. So stupid. I can't help but get upset at it. Well, at least I have good kid music. Oh, that's albums I need to get on CD. I need to get good kid albums on CD. That's what I need. Because I have my DVD CD-ROM player now. I gotta get more, DVDs and CDs and PC ROM games and shit. I have a few things. I've listened to the I Fight Dragons album that I have, the Canonize. I have a Gorillaz album, the Now. I've got 2 Supergiant Games albums. I've got the album. I got the soundtracks for Bastion and Pyre on CD. I should probably listen to those at some point as well. I gotta just find more stuff to do that with. Because, physical media all the goddamn way, I suppose. It really does look like we need to just move back to less connected physical media, because clearly everybody wants to use online connectivity as an excuse to either shoehorn you into horrible ecosystems where you own nothing, or fucking giving up your information to them if you want to access it. It's all fucking horrible. That's the stuff. That's the stuff that's been getting me upset lately. But, not everything has been getting me upset. Not everything. Not everything. I'm not living in I'm not wallowing entirely in misery over here. Things have been okay. Things have been okay in general, Haven't had any big health emergencies. I was sick for about a week, but it was sick with the cold and all. Wasn't sick with anything dangerous, No episodes lately. Been doing fine on that part. My new dog, Winston, that I got earlier this year, really early this year, January, he's been doing great. He's a wonderful, happy little 3-year-old Shih Tzu. I love him. He's great. He's incredibly polite. He's incredibly polite and well, I don't want to say trained, but it kind of feels like it. I'm pretty sure he was trained at least a bit before we got him. From whoever his previous owners were. We have no idea who they were. But he clearly has patterns that are trained. When you take him out on a walk, he'll stay ahead a bit, but he won't go too far ahead, and he will, on a semi-regular basis, turn his head and look back up at you as if he's checking to make sure you're following him along, which it very much feels like a trained behavior. The other thing is that he won't go into the kitchen at all. He refuses to step inside the kitchen, period. Under no circumstances will he go in there. And if you, like, well, at the very least, he'll only go in there if nobody's looking. And even then, he usually won't. And if you place him, if you, like, pick him up and then put him down in the kitchen, he will run the fuck out of there. He will run the fuck out of there. He knows where the kitchen is, and he does not stick around. He does not stick around. It's interesting, because that means he'll just sit there on, like, the very near the kitchen and just kind of watch us as we're cooking food and all that. But he'll never, you know, even if like food drops on the floor or something, he won't come get it. It's in the kitchen. Hello, Optic Love. I don't think I've seen you before in my chat, but hello. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're just hanging around. I'm just hanging around, talking shit. Talking shit about nothing, mostly. I was upset earlier about the online privacy bills and shit that are going around right now, but that's just me getting angry over something I mostly can't control. I'm more just trying to. At this point, I mean, it's August. I'm basically just holding on until September, when PAX rolls around and I can actually start getting to some fun stuff this year. Because, God, I hate summer. God, I hate summer. Summer has not been a year for anything fun. It has most certainly not been. No. It has not been a fun year, but oh well. It is what it is. Hopefully you like the Good Kid music that I've got going in the background. Thankfully, Good Kid is completely copyright free. They're not everything that they release is, I don't want to say open source, because that's for things like code. That's the wrong terminology. That's just the terminology I default to because I'm computer brained. Royalty free. That's what I'm thinking of. Royalty free. Royalty free. You can use their music in any videos or streams or whatever you want, as much as you want, and in fact they actively encourage it. It's very cool. I've even gone to one of their concerts. They're a very cool group to see live. They're very fun. They do a lot of really fun things live on stage. Like when they did a little, so their opener was who was their opener? What was the name? Wasn't it like, yeah, was it these guys? Yes, okay. So their opening act was Inoha, a band that I had never heard of before, but you know, they're pretty cool too. Then once Inoha finished the opener, and they left, and you know, they started getting things set up for Good Kid to actually come out. They did this fun little thing where one of the members of Good Kid came out with a stool, just sat in the on the middle of the stage and just read a chapter of The Hobbit to everybody. He spent like a good, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes just with, I guess, just Hobbit story time featuring a member of Good Kid. And before we actually got to the music, that was pretty fun. That was a fun little thing. And then they even do this little thing where partway through they'll do this little gimmick where they'll take part of their set list and it seems like they'll hand it off in like pieces to the audience out in front. And at least for what they did when I was there, they fished through the audience to get a hold of one of the pieces. And that determined what song they played. That was fun as well. And then I think at the very end, the audience was doing the encore chant and shit. But to determine if they were going to do the encore, they had a big inflatable D20, and the audience had to roll like it was a skill check. So they threw the D20 beach ball out into the crowd, and the crowd bounced it around between themselves before tossing it back to Good Kid and it landing, and they determine whether the check is good enough for an encore. It's all very fun. It's all very fun and enjoyable, and thankfully I got to sit down for the entire thing rather than be in the middle standing around and shit, because, if there's at least one benefit to me being epileptic, I get ADA seating. I get ADA compliant seating, so I got a chair. Because there's the theoretical potential of me having a seizure at some point. Although my seizures aren't light sensitive. I'm not photosensitive or anything, and I have it mostly under control. But, technically speaking, the risk is there, so you do have to take it into consideration, right? Yeah. That's most of what I've been up to lately. It's certainly been something. What else? I've been playing a lot of Magic lately. A lot of Magic, actually. I did that Magic stream a while back. I have a bunch of themed decks and shit and all that, and I realized playing it that I absolutely hate Squirrel Girl with a burning passion. Because even in card game form, Squirrel Girl is annoying as shit. I already didn't like Squirrel Girl. Not just the Marvel Rivals thing, in the sense that she's extremely easy and annoying to play. Again, she's extremely easy to play and annoying to play against in Rivals, but also in the comics, because the entire gimmick of her character is just, oh, she has squirrel powers, and somehow that makes her the most, one of the most powerful characters in the universe, or whatever. Like her whole, oh, I defeated Thanos thing. The joke is only funny for so long, and it is incredibly overplayed at this point, but they still play it. So it's oh god, it's annoying. And I can't even escape it in fucking Magic. Because in Magic, she runs a squirrel-based Kindred deck that is infuriating to play against because it's a Kindred deck. And personally, I just find Kindred decks very annoying. She is essentially She's essentially Krenko, the a goblin a goblin card, but worse in the sense that she's stronger. Where Krenko, the way Krenko worked is, I believe he had to pay a few mana and tap him, and he would spawn a bunch of goblins. He would spawn goblin tokens. I think they're all 1/1s. Yeah, 1/1 goblin tokens equal to the number of goblins you currently control. The idea being that you want to maintain a steady number of goblins on your board, because then when you play and use Krenko's ability, you'll spawn a fuck ton more goblins. And the more goblins you have, the more goblins you spawn, and the number of goblins goes up exponentially to an absurd degree, right? Squirrel Girl does the exact same thing with squirrels, right? You play her, and she spawns a squirrel token. And she has the same ability where she will spawn squirrels equal to the number of squirrels that you control. The catch: you do not have to tap her to do this, meaning that you don't have to go through an elaborate combo to do it more than once in a turn. So long as you have the mana for it, you can keep doing it. And so I've seen a guy spawn like 70 squirrels before. And at that point, it's just impossible to win. It is functionally impossible for you to win at that point unless you have a board wipe, because it's 70 fucking squirrels. That is multiple times more health than you start with even in a brawl match. In Brawl, you start with like 25 health. And I've seen this person spawn multiple more squirrels than that. I can't escape it. I can't escape it. She's the bane of my existence. Oh boy. What is this? Oh, what is this? Steam refunded a user's Battlefield 6 game after EA removed all of the modes he liked and were the reason he bought the game. The dangerous oh. Huh. Oh, Polygon is taking EA's side by saying that this is setting a dangerous precedent. No. I mean, I don't think it's setting a dangerous precedent. If you bought a game to play the game for things that were in the game when you bought it, but then the company retroactively took things out of the game that you bought to play, that sounds like perfectly good grounds for a refund to me. Because suddenly the things you bought the game for aren't there anymore. You know? In any other industry, oh my god, yeah, in any other industry, if this type of thing happened, if you bought something because of certain features that it had, and then after you bought it, those features were taken away, that would be called a scam. That would be called scam, and in some cases, fraud. But apparently when video games do it, no, it's perfectly fine. Oh my god. Fuck is wrong with the... Fuck is wrong with the games industry? AAA games industry, I should say. Holy shit. What? Yes. Continue watching YouTube. Keep the playlist going. I didn't tell you to stop. Well, I've been ranting about nothing for almost an hour. Oh boy. I guess that just shows sometimes you just need to sit and just say stuff, you know? Just get things off your chest. The rubber ducky method, if you will. Although that's a problem-solving tool, not a... What am I thinking? That's a problem-solving tool, not a... I don't know, stress reliever? Rubber ducky method is that's a programming thing for the most part. It is a programming thing at least for the most part with programs. You can use the method with just about any problem you have. But the idea is basically it doesn't have to be a rubber ducky, just take any object that you have on hand and just start talking to it. Start talking to it about the problem you need to solve, right? Like there's a problem with your code, or with your code logic, or something's glitching, you don't know, or something's broken, you don't know quite what to do. Just talk through it with your inanimate object, your metaphorical rubber ducky, and the idea is not a therapeutic, you'll feel refreshed and ready to challenge it. The idea is that through talking about the problem verbally, making it known out in the open, you process the information differently than if you're just thinking about it to yourself. You start thinking about it a lot harder. So, yeah. Hello, Lee. Hello. Welcome. Still here talking about nothing. Grabbed a drink. There we go. Alright. You told 50 people about my stream. Oh, cool. Nice. Is that why my duck stream got like, at least the VOD for it now has like over 100 views? I thought that was weird. The stream VODs especially get jack all. Right? I was wondering why I was wondering about that. Interesting. Let's see, what has that actually done on the analytics side of things? Oh. I got +6 subscribers. The bots are okay? Well, that's good at least. Made a cat bot as well. It gets mice too. Interesting. Interesting. Nose. Okay. Thinking of making a business of what? The bots? Like selling the bots or something? I mean, if people want it, if you think people will buy it, then yeah, you know? People like them enough that they'll buy them, then, you know, why the hell not? What's I already have the Halo chopper. Yeah, what's the phrase? Find a way, when you find a way to make money off of something you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. Some Star Wars bots, yeah. And I know about the Star Wars bots, that's for sure. I should get VR. You know, I've wanted to, but I don't really have the budget nor the space. More importantly, I don't have the space for VR. That's my problem. Like, my room is pretty freaking small. And my desk here is, I have an L desk in the corner. It's an unfortunate setup that I have here, as far as VR is concerned. That's always been my problem. I don't have space to create like an even gaming space, you know? That's why I'm hoping the Steam frame it's probably not going to be, but that's why I'm hoping the Steam frame will be okay budget-wise, because the Steam frame is completely wireless. It's completely wireless. It doesn't require lighthouses, stuff like that. None of that stuff. So, the Steam frame really is my best chance. But with how the Steam machine has gone... That price, oh god, I'm scared. I'm scared what the price of the Steam frame is gonna be. I have one, but I only use it to sword train and to make blueprints for my builds. I mean, you can always try the fun stuff. I do have a game that is, I do have at least a game that is playable in VR. Notably, it's, oh, what's the name of it? Like, the official name? I think it started with a W? Waltz of the Wizard, right. That's what it was. Yeah, I have Waltz of the Wizard. Because it's just, and it has a desktop mode, but it's in it, you know, it operates in VR as well. It's just really, it's really funny. Maybe I'll play it for Halloween because, you know, Skull Halloween, haha. That could be a fun Halloween game. Waltz of the Wizard. I am a wizard. That's Halloween. That's a vampire. Soon I gotta go trick-or-treating. Really? It's been ages since I've gone trick-or-treating. Absolutely ages. I've mostly just been one of the guys that hands out candy to the kids. I guess that's part of why I don't do trick-or-treating anymore. Because where I live is near an elementary and a middle school. The only people who go trick-or-treating around here are really little kids. There's no adults to go out and have fun with on Halloween where I live. that kind of thing. So I find my fun in handing out candy instead.
Coming out of your phone speaker.
What time is it? Almost 10.
Close you out as I did. You never were open, like all the rooms that you hid. Now I'm a loiter, coming out of your phone speaker. Coming out of your phone, oh God, I miss the urgency contained in every kiss. There was never a home, oh God, I miss the urgency contained in every kiss. Coming out of your phone speaker. And now I'm a ghost.
No.
Now I'm a ghost keeper. Now I'm a ghost. Can we hang out
Okay.
sometime? I'm living too
Okay,
deep
Lee.
behind my eyes and
With everything you're telling me right now, you probably shouldn't be telling me about this stuff.
stay the same, but I've got
I'm not the person to be telling about this kind of thing. You should be seeking help from the adults in your life. Don't come to don't don't be coming to a at least the responsible adults in your life. Don't come to a stranger on the internet for that kind of thing. Believe me, it doesn't work out well. It really never does. Just some friendly advice. I don't want that's stupid. Still, I don't want to see something bad happen to a person, you know? Either way, I think I'm winding down. I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna finally call it for tonight. I know it's only been an hour, but oh well. This was very impromptu anyway. So that'll be it for today. Tomorrow will probably be some Halo. Thursday, no stream because I've got an appointment. And then Friday should be Duck Day. So, yeah. That'll be it. And I'll see y'all later.